We continue our reading of Lest We Forget, a daily devotional by author George R. Knight. Today's reading, December 9, God Still Leads, Part 5. I am the Lord your God who teaches you what is good and leads you along the paths you should follow. Isaiah 48:17. Adventism in Southern California in mid-1905 had reached the end of its financial rope. Yet after the purchase of 3 major properties, Ellen White now urged a fourth. The terms of the Loma Linda property were $5,000 down, due June 15, with like amounts on July 26, August 26, and December 31. The remaining $20,000 will be due in 3 years. But as you know by now, there was no money in sight. Truly, faith in this case was built on things not seen, Hebrews 11:1, except in vision. Meanwhile, Mrs. White made her first visit to Loma Linda property on June 12. Willie, she said as she stepped out of the wagon that brought her, I've been here before. No, Mother, he replied, you've never been here. Then this is the very place the Lord has shown me, she said, for it is all familiar. She had no doubt in her mind. Looking at the church leaders examining the property, she declared, we must have this place. As the group surveyed the buildings and the grounds, Ellen White repeatedly stated, this is the very place the Lord has shown me. And as she and Burden entered the recreation building, she prophetically noted, this building will be of great value to us. A school will be established here. Battle Creek is going down. God will reestablish his medical work at this place. See A.L. White, Ellen G. White, Volume 6, page 18. But words and visions aren't cash. They had but 3 days to raise the balance of the first $5,000, or they would lose both their option on the property and the $1,000 Burden had deposited. Now here is a proposition for the faint-hearted. How do we respond to life when the going gets tight? With 3 days to go and no money on the horizon, the most sensible thing would be to give up and say that we have done enough. But then there is the path of faith. We are told somewhere that prayer moves the arm of omnipotence, and it does. It did so at Loma Linda, as we will see in the next couple days, and it can do so in our personal affairs. Our Father encourages and rewards faith. This concludes our reading today of Lest We Forget.